In the book Secret Cities of Old South America by Harold T. Wilkins, you can read on page 107 and 108 about the discovery of ancient ruins and inscriptions found in Patagonia, Argentina in 1922 by Jose Wolf from the La Plata Museum in Buenos Aires. The source of the information in the book comes from an article published in a newspaper named U Journal, 12th of January 1924. I have translated the whole article from Spanish to English. The headline goes, "Interesting scientific discoveries in Patagonia. What explorer Jose Wolf says, the enchanted city." And the text of the article goes as follows, quote, "The explorer Wolf, in charge of the linguistics section of the Museum of La Plata, and who comes from an exploration trip to Patagonia, made the Buenos Aires press interesting narratives about his scientific excursion. I traveled on horse in Patagonia, he said, and in the 2 years that my trip lasted, I got amazing results. I studied the customs of the so-called water tiger in Lake Viedma. In Bahia Laura, I discovered a gigantic mandibula, 5.5 meters in extension, extinct Setaku. Enthusiastically he exclaimed, "Ha! In the south region, wonderful, it seems, fantasies of 1001 nights. In the lake region Cardiel, I unveiled grandiose ruins, 150 meters wide by 12 high. There are sculptures in these mines that reveal great artistic advancement. These ruins are vestiges of a race unknown, which reached a high level of culture. I also discovered north of the river Santa Cruz a full ravine of inscriptions that extended for about half a league. In these inscriptions is, perhaps, the history of a great disappeared people." After a pause, explorer Wolf got up. "The most curious thing is that, well, near these amazing ruins, there are traces of a breed of troglodytes that lived maybe 20 or 30,000 years ago. These tracks must be the only ones left of the first men in this hemisphere. It is of a real cave city. In your surroundings there are remains of cemeteries, fortifications, etc. This troglodyte city is in the Douglas Esperanza field near the last Esperanza. Numerous caves are also found in the area between the lakes San Martin and Cardiel. I also found traces of the legendary Cidade Encantada, meaning enchanted city. At least, these should be existing ruins in the mountain range of Chubut. In the high part of the mountain range there are remnants of an ancient antiquity. Among other things, there is the ruin of a circular building, which the indigenous people call the House of the Sun God." Dr. Wolf concluded with these words, "The Tuelches Indians, however, remembered that before there was another race that they called Keukunc-i, meaning people from before, derived from K'eu, before, or long ago. They say they were tall people and attribute them the walls, inscriptions, and some mysterious constructions encountered. The Tehuelches have never reached so high culture. The constructions mentioned are made of uncut stones and are usually found on lonely hills or in dominant spots. They seem to have been built for defense. One of these buildings, especially curious, could have counted a tomb of a chief, and it might have served for important assemblies. Ameghino, in his immortal work, The Antiquity of Man in La Plata, presents a drawing of a prehistoric construction which probably served in such points for assemblies. Who knows if this is not a palace of pre-Columbian Congress? There are some others that are not so tall, in the shape of a medium circle, and it seems to have been made for transitory use only, most likely for hunting, as found in lugers adaptable to this. That is the end of the article.